Okay, go.
Hi Cowboys, I'm Marcus Crum.
And I'm Joseph Crum.
And we're here for your weekly Sidekick football preview. So last week against Haltom, the Cowboys put up 55 points and most of the starters only played in the first quarter. And so they got rest for their upcoming game against DeSoto at Cowboys Stadium. So last year against DeSoto, which was a tough loss, Charles West, Skylar Beno, and Connor Williams all got playing time in that game. So they're used to playing against this team in a big environment like Cowboys Stadium.
Right. And so moving on to DeSoto, they have one of the best offenses in the area. Their quarterback, Jalen Nelson, averages 180 yards per game, and he has 18 touchdowns in 10 games. Their running backs, they somewhat split it up, the carries. Larry Nixon has 16 touchdowns and averages 6 yards per rush, and he's up there along the range with Charles West. And as for their defense, they have huge Bryce English at defensive tackle, who's 315 pounds. So that'll be a good challenge for the offensive line. And they have one of the best defenses as well. They give up an average of 140 rush yards and 85 yards against the pass. But they only let up 22 points per game. So that'll be a good matchup between the Coppell offense with Charles and Skylar and Brandon and Obi and against this defense.
Mm-hmm. So if there are three keys to this game for Coppell coming into this game against DeSoto, I would say the first one would be jumping out to an early lead.
Definitely.
So in DeSoto's their one loss this year to Cedar Hill, Cedar Hill scored in the first quarter. They scored first, and they were leading after the first quarter. So if Coppell can jump out to an early lead on this DeSoto defense, then maybe they can get some momentum going. And then the second key that I have would be they have to play perfect on offense. You know DeSoto's going to put up a lot of points on them just because they have a terrific offense. So they have to play near perfect on offense. And then the third key would be they have to win the turnover battle by at least 2. So in Coppell's wins, in Coppell's 6 wins this year, their turnover margin is +5, and in their losses it's even. So if they win the turnover battle, then they have a good chance of winning this game.
Definitely. All right, so that's it for the weekly Sidekick football preview. See you next week.